Uptown TV this, with the maddest and the baddest review now miss. Need some self-time, so we need it. Looking how we are the realest. Bruh, for one being representing a man for Uptown TV. You understand?
Yes, the tar where them put on the road, it gets soft in them weather, yeah. And when a heavy something drive on it sink. And that's a big problem. That's why most ones I recommend to build the road them with cement, concrete. Because if you notice that the road them have concrete on it, it's still a hole. You go through Bagua, this one. You have some place where a concrete build road and it not have no whole heap of sing and hole. And you see that eater, trust me, that eater will make any tar sink. Especially when everything go on it. And then now when the rain come again, it's a big problem. And we see that I go and right down the road from me there, so. Not that the tar sink yet. But a hole when me say them patch up 2 times since the year start, 2 times, before you reach the church, St. Jude's Church. Before you reach the church when you come up. 2 times I see them fix a hole right beside the cemetery. And the road dig up again. I don't know where them put in the road them. Some carpenter build the road, me don't know, a shoemaker. We're take the news.
The hearing was pushed back this morning due to the unavailability of the presiding judge. As a result, both men were further remanded. In March, the men were convicted of and conspiracy to commit in relation to the killing of McDonald's wife, Tonya. The 7-member jury returned a unanimous verdict after deliberating for over an hour. Tonya's partially burnt body was found on a road in Sherwood Forest in Portland in July 2020. She had 9 stab wounds and her throat had been slashed. Contract killer Denvelin Minage, who is serving 19 years in prison for his role in her murder, testified that Beachy Stout hired him to kill his wife for $3 million, but that he passed on the work to Barnes. A 32-year-old man was shot and killed in Falmouth, Trelawney last night. Dead is Durant Burke, otherwise called Crime, of Hague in Trelawney and Rose Heights in St. James. Reports from the Trelawney police are that at approximately 11:49 p.m., Burke was sitting among a group of people in Cooper's Pen. They were approached by a gunman who opened fire, hitting him multiple times. The gunman escaped in a black Toyota Voxy. Burke was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. In news overseas, Doctors Without Borders says 56 people died in the capital of Sudan's North Darfur state between last Friday and Wednesday as deadly fighting escalated. It states that 454 wounded people were treated at the city's South Hospital. It notes that the number of wounded and the death toll are likely far higher, since the fighting is so intense that many people cannot reach the hospital. The civil war in Sudan broke out in April 2023. Since then, more than 8.8 million people have fled their homes, and 24.8 million people are said to be in need of assistance. And finally, migrant detentions at the United States-Mexico border have fallen dramatically in recent months. This as a Mexican crackdown has stopped tens of thousands of people from getting near a crossing point. Experts believe that the reduction is only temporary and ultimately unsustainable. The BBC says more than 6.4 million migrants have been stopped from crossing into the U.S. illegally during Joe Biden's administration. At a news conference this week, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador said the number of migrants at the border had fallen by 50%. That is from a high of 12,000 a day to 6,000 a day 4 months later. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is next at 5:45.
I'm hear from him. Brand new tune. So, supposed to have Herby Miller on the line. Yeah.
Yeah, Muta, what's up?
You must tell me, I know, because the amount of things we are going down at the museum there. I better just buy the museum, Rasta.
Well, set me up now, man.
We must set you up.
My brother, I tell you. So, on the 18th is officially International Museum Day.
Who start that? Who start that? Who start Museum Day?
The International Museum Association, you know.
Mm.
So they are the ones who come up with these things.
Yeah.
And we, as you know, we all have museums here, so we follow in that direction.
Yeah.
Is the International Council of Museums, I am told, is the correct terminology. And it's held annually on the 18th of May. And, you know, like so many of these international days that Jamaica is a signature of, we try to uphold them and spread the word. So this year, the Jamaica Music Museum is opening its doors free to all. It's on Saturday, this Saturday, day after tomorrow. And we open from 10 to 6. We have a wonderful exhibition where you will see all kinds of instruments that belong to outstanding musicians, people like Robbie Shakespeare's bass, our good friend Dizzy Johnny Moore's trumpet, guitars from Ernest Ranglin, Sly Dunbar's Simmons drum, Lloyd Nib, Great Scatterlight, his set of drums, among many other instruments and stuff associated with our great musicians. So this music museum we're dealing with. So it's at the courtyard of the Institute of Jamaica on Water Lane off East Street. We have performing Mystic Revelation of Rastafari.
Wait, hold on. Tell the people them exactly where the courtyard there. I know you just said the street a while ago, but...
Sorry about that if you missed it. It's on Water Lane.
Yes.
Water Lane between East Street and George's Lane.
Okay.
Come down East Street and it's right off of East Street.
Where the old building there where...
You know exactly, the old building. The old building. I know so our brethren control the parking lot across.
Yeah, man, China. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know, man.
In addition to Mystic Revelation, with horns, trombone, trumpet, alto, tenor, clarinet, we have string bass, upright bass. We have some poets. I hope you'll come by and drop a line or two for us. Yassos is coming through. We have Black Ellis passing through. My goodness. It's gonna go late in the evening to about 7 o'clock in the evening when dusk come down.
Okay. So what part of the program is these features?
The features start from about 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, when the sun sets behind us on the west. So we don't want to be out there. But we have all vendors from Kingston Night Market. There you know much about how that little space runs. So they will be there and bring in the nice vibe that they have with them.
Okay.
So that's about it. You know, really hope that your listeners, at least if 10% of them come, the place sell off. You have
but you say free.
They're not free that nobody. Hello.
You say sell off.
Man beat to a free things and don't even remember say it's free.
No, you say sell off, brother.
Yes, it's free though. So
all right, so it's Saturday?
Saturday the 18th, Water Lane between East Street and George's Lane. Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, featuring horns, Poet, Blacker Ellis, Yasser Safari, and if you tell your people they'll come, they'll all be there.
All right, sir.
And the museum exhibition is open for free as well. Curating music, building a national collection. Instruments of some of our superstars, including the great China Smith.
All right, I can tell you something. We postponed a show 2 weeks ago because of rain.
I remember.
And this was a show we was going to do with school band featuring Desi Jones. And last week, we used to play Downtown Fair.
Yes.
And the next day, I'm dead.
The next day, Desi move on, leave. Not even 24 hours after no motor.
Yeah.
Friday night, we done a F&B. And, when things like these happen, we tend to have this little cliche say, boy, it did wicked. Let me tell you something. We spoke about the level of performance that O'Shane Love, Desi, Mandela and upright bass, and Arville Hammond and drum put down that night. We spoke about it, all 5 of us. About 7-something in the morning, Desi posted a congratulatory message to O'Shane. O'Shane acknowledged. I did one afterwards. We were talking about the level. And I spoke with someone that night how disappointing it is for us when we do certain kinds of things, Muta. You do them, I do them, among others. And we don't get any critical, analytical review of those things.
Because it's not contemporary music.
Yes.
The jump up, Ray.
Yes, I am. And within the Ray, you have some good things to read about,
Yeah.
And within all things, you have some things to not read about. But we have to check it out and be analytical about it, critical about it, so that those of us who can discuss it can allow others to inspire others to come check it out.
Yeah.
And then Saturday evening, about 4 bells, is that the time I get a call from another
Same did. Yeah,
man,
my journey with him are over 30 odd years, and
I know, man.
Last night I talk about it, and I don't know. It's like me nearly cry. Apart from me that cried before, and I tell you people like say your ball. Yeah, you're some ball.
Let me tell you, some big man.
I won't hear that. I want to tell you something about. A Jackie will tell you that,
No, not exactly.
A Jackie tell somebody will tell you something about. Because she wanted to see me when I cry, and she wants to see me. But no, last night. After me done talk about 20 minutes about me and him journey right around the world, I the call of them come now with a vibes there. Make me really start laugh about certain things what them I say. Now have nothing to do with where Desi Miller talk about, but boy, Brethren is a blow. It's a blow. Trust me, man.
You realize the vibe that leaves Brethren?
Yeah.
There is a man who toured with Louise Bennett, play with NDTC.
Yeah.
Play with pantomime, play jazz, play every kind of reggae from uptown style to downtown.
Chalice.
The man play with Chalice and play with when next band name again.
School, him from a band named School.
School, your band, School. The man back from Ernest Smith.
Jimmy Cliff.
Marcy, Jimmy Cliff.
He was Baban the what them call it? Musical director. Musical director, yeah.
But something else about that Brethren. He is so uplifting. Look here, all the vibe are going on a low standard. When the man come, that laugh. Right there in their hand. The beret. Oh, man.
All right, we don't talk about it here, sir. Give thanks, here.
Yeah? Big man and baby.
Yeah, all right.
Love my brethren. Give thanks to the speech.
Yeah. Herby, Miller, reviving downtown in a very authentic way. So you hear about Saturday. Saturday, downtown, museum day, and there's a celebration down there. And we want, a serious thing, you know, because downtown get flavor again, you know. Yeah, man, downtown have a vibes downtown now again. A whole heap of youth decides they're going to bring it to a levels, you know. You know, see it, and it really reach a level there. So, Saturday, it's one of them levels there. This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you continuously. Here we go. That's the problem. Are they getting played? That is the problem. When you hear man play instrument in a music, as how it's supposed to be, with melodies and all them something there, and you don't play it, and you have it, and you don't play it, you need to get your head examined. Yes, you need to get your head examined. Because people are talking about reggae, dead, reggae not dead. And if it dead, it's the same people them we call themselves this jack. Kill it. Kill it by ignoring it. Yes, them ignore the music continuously. And make it sound like say it's on with the madness we are going. As can to them the rare we are going is relevant and important. When man sit down and structured, organize the music. Why you love castic, you know? Yeah, why you love castic? Trust me. Drum have no mean order. We're going to take a break and talk about. I don't know if the guest is here yet. But if he's not here, we're going to play this brand new Ken Boot. Ken Boot. Why you love me brethren Ken Boot, you know? Yeah. And Lady Ellie. Here we go, brand new. I think I should have just do something and figure it out. And the only way I can do it is span here with somebody who know what them dealing with. We want to talk to Donovan Patterson, Sir Pattinger, PhD, an accomplished system engineer with a strong focus on cybersecurity, data protection. No matter what you park a lady or so, no, but if I call out the one of them, the interview now go work. Good evening, Mr. Pattinger.
Good evening, America. Thanks.
No, them give me a whole heap of accolades, and if I start talk to them...
Don't worry about it, man. Let's deal with the subject at hand.
All right. What bring up this to me is this. I've been watching the YouTube, and I see where the youth clone people's voice, and them settings and attributed to the people. For instance, me now. Them clone your voice, and you never say what them I say, and then put it out there, and everybody feels says you are say it. And I see them do it with Donald Trump and Biden, and people repost it, and believe that the people them actually are say what them say. Now, this AI thing kind of get away now. What can be done to curtail this rampant misuse of people's voice and image?
All right. AI is increasingly used in generating music, scripts, and visual arts, right? An AI system can compose music, and for AI, for those who may not know, it's just artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is just more than a game for a computer. Artificial intelligence is where the computer is mimicking human intelligence. That is to say, it is not just what the programmer puts in. It's what the programmer starts in, but then the computer is learning this thing, learning the environment, and becoming original thinker, so to speak, quote unquote. So they can create digital artwork, and it can enhance productivity and creativity. So they, as you mentioned about the virtual actor and deepfakes of people, AI technology enable the creation of deepfakes actors. People you look on it, they think that is it. I guess I can quote a thing I say: "Not everything you hear and see is true."
You can't trust your eyes or your ears anymore.
Again,
and this can be used for can be used for resurrecting, even somebody that is dead, like an actor in his role, dubbing the performance of multiple languages and creating entire digital actor. So, and in answering your question, one of the first things you have to do is, I have recommendations which I like to bring at the end of the program, but first of all, we think about streaming by Netflix and Spotify, special effects that is done by the theater, marketing and audience engagement. So the legal steps, and I must put in my disclaimer, the legal step is that I am not a lawyer or an attorney. While I am a student of artificial intelligence and information technology, I am not qualified to provide legal advice. All right? Therefore, the first thing you have to do is, I'm going to make it plain. You need to write a letter of cease and desist. Right? You need to write a letter of cease and desist. And then you need to seek a lawyer, a lawyer to address the situation. And then you can go ahead and do what we call, you go ahead and do a lawsuit. But my thing is, that's a reactionary part. I want us to shift from just the reaction. And one of the things we probably need to do is that when we have our documentation, we need to do waterproof initials so that they know that this is your work that you have done. You're an artist for over 30 years and you have done this, and somebody just copy it and start using it. You shouldn't have that, And then the one of the things that we need to do is to make preparation ahead of time so that, we must be tracking our own work and put it out there so that when people, and make sure it's like writing a will. Some of us are not being proactive. So when these things happen, we start to react to it. Deepfakes happening when they hear their voices and the different performances and so on. So we have to deal with what we call intellectual property law, While we may not have many of these IP laws in place, the other ones can be used as a platform to address the stealing of your identity, so to speak. So if a person's voice or your performance is recorded and used without authority, it may constitute copyright infringement. So you can use the present law. The original creation of the performance can be claimed, right? And then you make trademark laws that you may have, like in Jamaica, if a person's name or likeness is used in a way. So you have to protect your environment, I was looking at Shelley and Fraser Price and on the media, and you can see SFF in it. You need to do some of those things to protect your property. And the other thing you have to address is defamation and false light. So if they use your voice and your performance to damage your reputation, then you need to pursue that damaging claim. And then they may put you in a false light. You also have to deal with breaches of contract. So you have to address that. If there is a contract that specifies how a person's voice or talent can be used, you need to follow up with that. And then then you move on to, if that is not done, you may deal with lawsuits. So the first thing I would recommend in answering your question is that we have to get involved. AI is not going away. So we have to collaborate with AI and use it to our advantage instead of being reactionary, being proactive.
All right, stick up in here. All right. You, for instance, I am on the radio continuously. And sometimes I scroll through the YouTube and I'm seeing my picture and it is saying Mutabaruka expose X, and it goes on to tell you that Mutabaruka says certain things and it is relating to X. which I never do not like that. But it go further now. You actually hear my voice with a picture of me. And sometimes the picture is even a video, a move. And you hear my voice talking against somebody, which I never do. How you deal with that? Is there a law against that?
All right. Okay. So the first illegal step for unauthorized use of voice and talent, you have the right for publicity, right? The right for protect your individual from unauthorized commercial use of your name, your likeness, your voice, your persona, right? And AI deepfakes regulation. Sometimes you may have, some of these may apply generally, but like in Jamaica, some jurisdictions are beginning to implement law specifically target the misuse of deepfakes, like what you mentioned. You know, you see your picture and you see your voice, AI-generated context, and these laws aim to protect the individual from unauthorized and misuse of their likeness and voice. Then you take a practical step for legal redress, right? You send them a letter of cease and desist. The first step that you have to do, it's like a warning. And then at the same time, that's why you need AI persons or you need computer persons to gather evidence. You can copy, you can take this information off the internet and put it down as evidence, because we can track where that is coming from based on the IP as well as the domain name services. So we can, if you trace it, you can get the professional to trace it and find out exactly where it's coming from. And sometimes it may be coming from a dark place, like somebody, the dark internet. There's hardly much you can do with that cybersecurity infringement, and then you can just disclaim it. Then you gather the evidence, and after you gather the evidence, you consult an attorney. Seek legal advice from an attorney who specializes in IP law. It's not just every man who went to law. You know, it's like in medicine. You may have a general doctor, but you have the cancer doctor, the heart doctor, the eye doctor. Everybody has a specialist. So in IT, you have different specialties. So you must consult an attorney, seek legal advice from a specialist, and then you can take legal action to get redress, and then you monitor the misuse.
So there's no government law that curtail these things. You have to just do it in the other individual. Yes, you have to do it as an individual. They are in the process of creating laws, because some of these laws are archaic. They're not able to deal with the virtual and the AI as such. Like, so you need people in Parliament or in the Senate and the government to make these laws, to put them in place. However, the basic laws of defamation, the basic law of infringement, the basic law of breaking contract can be taken in court when you bring all these evidences. And these IP lawyers and people who are in entertainment law can deal with them. I one day wake up and see a picture of me on YouTube, on somebody YouTube channel, where them have a gun in my hand and pointing to somebody's head and say, Muta exposed. What you do about that? You have to just call them and tell them to take it down?
Yeah, I mean, as we talk about the cease and desist, but at the same time, you have people who can work. You know, it's like you have the television show, you see the picture, but there are so many things in the background that is happening. So there are people who can go, if they put you in trouble, like they call them, the policeman come knocking, they can look and see if the build, the programming of that is genuine art was added.
A green screen, like something like a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need a green screen, yes, that is used, but green screen has been around for a long time. The weather person has been using that for a long time, but there are deeper things like the programming language, whether it is program C that they use in our Java or such like. They can see if the codes have been changed because you put those things in the code. You have the right persons, you can protect yourself.
Yeah. Well, Richard, I tell you, say, it's going to pose a lot of problems around the place. If it is not curtailed, a lot of problems going to arise with people who's defamed and people who claim they say setting and they never said, and you can't prove to nobody say you never said. For instance, if a man put on it say you said this against somebody and you never said, and it out there and him keep reposting it, people are going to say, but Muta said because see it up on the internet and a whole heap of people, do it. So why must I never say that? I mean, you can't come on the radio.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't come on the radio and say, hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I say, you can't come on the radio and say you never say it. When he might look on a picture with a voice, your picture, is a movie, it's not a still picture, it's a video. And he might say, but me still don't righteous, so no one watch you and say something. Oh, yes, I know you said. No curtailing, no there. No law, no there if you curtail all them someday.
All right. So that is a challenge that the government has to put in place these IP laws and entertainment protection laws. At the same time, we are living in an environment that is not everything you see and hear you believe. At one time, it was. But in an environment now, is that, did he really say that? If somebody put it on there and you say, did he really say that? And then they have to go below the production of that deepfake and see the code to determine if it was really said. And, you will see things with what Donald Trump said, what Biden said, what Barack Obama said, what Oni said, what Mark said, but at the same time, the programmers see underneath it to say if it was said or it's a genuine picture. Okay. So we are living in a society which expect the deep fakes, which expect this defamation. So because the society is questioning these things, then we are in a safer environment under that. We just can't believe and hear what you see.
So how it going to work now when a student get homework for though? And he make the computer do the homework for him and send it to a school.
So you have tutors who are preparing for that. What they do is that they can now go to the same source. They know these sources. And they know, like some people have the writing trend, they know how these chat GPT, how they form their language. And as a teacher, your English teacher can normally know what words you use in your composition.
Yes,
and they will also know what words you use, the AI uses. And they can go to the same program and ask them the same question and have them, what the students don't know is that the same AI is the one that is throwing them under the bus. The same AI is the one that is snitching on them. So they can go to them and put the question and see what the AI will generate and compare it to what you have done. I would recommend for students in what they're doing is that if they have a subject, they can go to the AI, ask the AI the question, get the general idea, and then go out and formulate your own writing. You remember in our days we never have this, we used to go to the encyclopedia. You remember?
And we dictionary.
Go and pull up the encyclopedia, turn the page, and we look and see what it said generally, and then we start to go to books and find the things just like that. But these young people, they think that they can just go to AI
and does everything done.
And the AI can generate it.
Ready
but
done.
At the same time, though, ready done. At the same time, you can use the AI to your advantage by getting the general idea.
Yes.
And then you can
You work it
research
from your
around
brains.
it
Yes,
and
yes.
get the details. Yeah.
But them youth are not like that. Fast track them are work it. Fast track them not like that. Them not like that at all.
But
all right, well,
there are teachers who are ready for them. The teachers are ready for them. They know what is out there is generated by AI as opposed to what is generated by the students. Because the first thing they might ask you when you go into a class, they ask you to write something about yourself. And you have established a benchmark as to what your vocabulary is, what kind of standard English you use. You know, some people can only write short sentences, while some people can write, I love you, comma, and I love you this much. While some can say, I love you, period. And the other one can say, I also like what you do, period. So teachers know those constructs they can use.
Okay. Well, give thanks, brethren. You have been very helpful. Very, very helpful.
All right, anytime.
Of course. I'm going to call up on you again, you know. I'm going to call up on you again. Trust me. I'm going to call up on you again.
I was listening to your program yesterday, and permit me for a minute.
Yeah.
You talk about it wasn't yesterday, the 9th, and then we talk about the broken home. But, you know, I know personally that I am from a broken home, and it happened where in 1964 my mother left for London to be a nurse and left me with my father. And then my father gets a girlfriend, and the girlfriend never really liked us, and she complained about us, and we get beaten. So we ran away from home and so on. And we were placed in I was placed in a boys' home by my sister and her foster mother. But you were talking about the crime, and I looked at it and I said, in those boys' home, we get into a kind of system. We get up in the morning, we do our toiletry, and then after that we get a chores to do, whether you're on gutter duty, whether you're on kitchen duty, whether you're on laundry duty, and you get a structure to your life. So we can use these for those who are from a broken home to get into a structured system that has this kind of program to bring you back. And I think for me, when I went there, it's like I reached a point and said, where am I going? It's like I get a second chance. And then it wasn't that I did something wrong. It's just that I was from a broken home. But then during that time, I find a home away from home. And you still need those kind of programs.
Yes, sir. Well, so give thanks again. As I said, we're going to call up on you again, you know. Trust me. We're going to call up on you again.
All right.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, may I tell you, that was very interesting. Donovan Patricia, PhD, and he's a cyberman, security man. So, yes, as well as he's not Jamaica, we call him from, or call him, he's somewhere over there. Shamara knows which part him there is a 404 number this. But, yes, that was very revealing, and you know what to do. If a man do the way you do, because some man put Biden there, a big up, Biden a big up, Ninja Man. Biden a big up Ninja Man, and I said Jamaica the best place for there. Big up Ninja Man and Bounty Killer, we are trying everywhere. Big up Ninja Man and Bounty Killer. Biden, you know, yeah. Yesterday, I see one a big up. Somebody tell me, say, I saw the man, them promote them show now. I saw them promote them show now. I use them big guys. Them man, they like Trump and Biden. Them not going to see it. Them not going to know. But knowing them youth, them will say something and put it, say, Biden say it or Trump say it. And then get themselves in a trouble and don't even know the trouble where them get themselves in a, because them have the means to do it, the AI to do it. Them will do it and I say, have fun, them will make. And then eventually you say, FBI man come along and look for them. And them don't know is what go on. So, be careful. You know, we sweet you going sour you. And that's what I say. Okay. The next thing we want to deal with that now. We said at the beginning of the program, one heap of youth maybe don't even know who named Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is a wonder. A blind virgin. Him is now 70, I think him is 74, something about there. Well, we want to play this clip here. Stevie Wonder go to Ghana and him decide say, it's Ghana and want to be him home now. It's like Michael Jackson to go to South Africa. Over people never know so Michael Jackson go to South Africa. Yeah, Cape Town. Yeah, man, we pass him yard and him say, over there so a Michael Jackson place that, you know, but Stevie Wonder make the move. Yeah, Stevie Wonder make
When
the move.
I say I, the Mr. Stevie Wonder, you please mention your name. So I,
Stephen Morris,
swear solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana,
to the Republic of Ghana,
and I will preserve,
and I will preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir.
A resounding round of applause, please. A resounding, the freshest, the newest Ghanaian. Thank you so much, Mr. Stevie Wonder.
First of all, the certificate of registration as a citizen of Ghana. This is it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And to complete the documentation, I've also done passport for you as well.
You have the mic right here. It's right here.
First of all, give all praise to God. Since a little boy, I always believed in my heart that there was nothing impossible. With the Spirit of the Most High, our God. And for years, since about 1972, I've talked about coming to Ghana to work with the Tutsi fly and sleeping blindness. I talked about it when I had my project out, Talking Book and Inner Visions. I've talked about Ghana throughout my years, and for now, over 50 years, I've talked about being a citizen in this country. The truth is, I'm committed to, as now a Ghanaian citizen, being a part of fulfilling the dream that we've had for so many years of bringing people of Africa, those of the diaspora, the United States, Caribbean, all of the people together. Because as I said, and I've said for many years, the only way the world will come together is that we unite as a united people of the world. So living in America, I started, but I'm not done. I'm here to do this, to bring us together, all people of all nations, because I know that we are the original people of the planet. So it is only fitting for us to bring our children together, all of them, all of the colors and all that, of which I've never seen the colors, but I've seen the colors of people, their hearts. And I'm warning us to come together as one people. It's not impossible. As I did believe there would be someday a national holiday for Dr. Martin Luther King, I too believe that we will have a united people of the world. Mr. President, I thank you for your heart, for understanding that the only way that the world can move forward is that we come together as one piece to do so. I celebrate that spirit.
Yes, Stevie Wonder. You the man say 50 years. He might think about that. 50 years. And now I'm 74 and it happened. See it? Nothing. If you want it happen, nothing can stop you from make it happen. Believe you me. Even when you reach them kind of age there. Stevie Wonder, one of the greatest musicians and artists in the world. Who goes say no to that? Redemption song. Now a citizen of Ghana officially at 70 years old. 50 years of thinking about it. 50 years he might think about it. And at 70 years old it just manifests itself. And for those of you who don't know, he's a blind man. Blind man. But you hear the AI man say a while ago, where you see, where you see and where you hear now is not necessarily true. So a man cannot be seen and know still the person or the persons who is doing him right or wrong. Think about it. Very, very, very important thing that a man think about it for 50 years and it manifests itself. I think at 74, 74. Yeah. It manifests himself at 74. Great man, great. As we are saying, very important. We want to play a news bulletin from overseas, but the time we have to play it so it's too short. And we don't want the music news cut into it, so we have to go wait. We have to hey, we have to do the program. We have to itch something in my word program. It's funny, man. We have to itch it in quick. But painful, man. Painful. Got so much things out there going. We can pain you. You know what I mean? Yeah, make you just feel aware. For days. Make you feel aware. Okay. Music news time is 4:30. Easy to get along with. Razia. Ramla, R-A-M-L-A, Ramla means predicts the future. Pili, P-I-L-I, Pili, second born child. And C-A, S-E-Y-E, C-A means happy. So that's Razia, R-A-Z-I-Y-A, easy to get along with. Ramla, R-A-M-L-A, Ramla predicts the future. Pili, P-I-L-I, Pili, second born child. And C-A, S-E-Y-E, C-A means happy. Okay, male names. Zubiri, Z-U-B-E-R-I, Zubiri means strong. Yaya, Y-A-H-Y-A, Y-A-H-Y-A, Yaya, mean God's gift. Yuba, U-B-A, Yuba means wealth. Tao, T-A-U, Tao means lion. So that's Zubiri, Z-U-B-E-R-I, means strong. Yaya, Y-A-H-Y-A, means God's gift. Yuba, UBA means wealth, and Tau, TAU, means lion. People who is exposed. Let me see if I can find this article. See, okay. I have to look for it. People who is exposed to urban areas and also cities. This is weird. People who's living in urban and cities is becoming less able to digest plants, that's vegetables. People who's living in urban and cities is becoming less able to digest vegetables. So they are now becoming like the concrete and steel. Wow. That is really interesting. Remember I tell you about the eat? I feel it, you know. I feel it, trust me. I feel the eat. Okay. Before the cash pot come up our way. Tapas okay. Here we go. Call up today's winners. Join us again at 8:25 p.m. for another chance to win in top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, at pick, and cash pot draws. Here we go. Jamaica for Justice, right, and Montego Bay Civic Center. So we're going to go over now to the presenter, Markelly Rumble.
Hi, Muta.
Hi. I'm here.
I'm here. You're hearing me clearly?
Yeah, man, I hear you clearly.
Awesome. So welcome to the airways of IRA FM, everyone. And we're here with Miss Mikel Jackson, the Executive Director for Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ. How are you, Ms. Jackson?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. And good evening to your listeners.
Good evening. All right. So educate us about JFJ.
Okay, well, we are actually celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. We've been around since 1999. For those who are not aware of our history, if you recall, be watching the news and you see them talking about stalemate in constitution reform because Prime Minister and leader of the opposition not getting along. That's good for them. They need to get along because they need consensus. When I say consensus, the constitution as a supreme law. So listen to me, man. For anything to be passed in Parliament, the Prime Minister and the opposition leader must be in tune in terms of what we call those most serious matters, getting rid of the monarchy. But in all of that conversation, I want to impress upon the Jamaican people that nothing should be done without your input. So the government needs to be educating us on what the Constitution is, what the powers and authority of the state is, what it means in terms of directly electing your Prime Minister, what it means in terms of the role of your Senator, your Member of Parliament and all of these things. You must be involved in the process. And I don't mean them come to them conclusion and come and tell us that is how you're supposed to be voting. No. Your input, once you understand it, must be included and form their position, not the other way around. So it's what you say and what you want from an informed position is what the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition ought to be guided by. So in other words, they act on the will and the instruction of the people, not the other way around. And that is what I want to say to the listeners. Pay attention to what is happening. Let your voices be heard. Don't be daunted. It's not a legal exercise alone, you know. Right. It's us coming and talking, just as we're talking and reasoning out the thing. That is what I want people to really understand. It's not a highfalutin thing happening right here.
And you heard it, listeners, especially those from Montego Bay. Come down to the Montego Bay Civic Center to hear and learn more about the constitutional reform process. Thank you very much, Ms. Jackson. That was Mr. Mikel Jackson, the Executive Director for Jamaicans for Justice. Join us again at 6:45 for the next link. Back to you in studio, Muta.
That Muta, that was Market Rumble, Jamaica for Justice, moving around, man. That's beautiful. People can understand what them grabbing about. Every day them hear about the gap.
general, if you tell them what you think nice, you know. Make them know what you think. Give me fat, me get some. And if you tell about it, this one pick up your pickle, then I know not about that one here. Yeah.
Well marinated, man.
Well marinated.
Long time for lunch.
So you can get it cured, you can get it fresh.